don't care. I love it. I don't care. I love it. I love it. I'm all set. Got my morning coffee. And let me set my focus, my focus. Alright. So what do we have today? Building permits. That's pretty much it. Not a lot of crud happening today, so let me just get some good musicals going. Once you get the musicals, we can do some due diligence. All right. Amazing. Okay, so we got building permits today. 7:30. It's Friday. And something that I'm keeping in mind in the back of my brain is the simple fact that Trump is getting inaugurated. Is that the word? Inauguration. And I spelled it in caps. Inauguration. He's getting inaugurated on Monday. That's important. Okay? Because we're trading the US currency, right? So whatever happens in US affects that currency, which means that it affects the market that we're in. So what's important is that when he gets inaugurated, keep in mind how the markets are going to fluctuate. I want to see what time. But another thing also to keep in mind that people don't really understand is that, or realize, in my opinion, I'm not really seeing it online, is the fact that he's having a rally as well on Sunday, apparently. This is important because it's important because we have a new leader, or they have a new leader. Not me, I guess. I'm in Canada, but they have a new leader, and I'm on Trump rally still. Inauguration. And I'm sure he's gonna stop, like he's gonna talk, and obviously like Biden's gonna shake his hand, I believe, and do all that stuff. I believe that's what happens when you get inaugurated. So it's just gonna be a lot, but I want to see what time it's gonna be at, because if it's gonna be like later on in the day, then potentially I can be in some positions, but like it all depends. It all depends on what happens Monday. Like if I come to the charts on Monday and everything's just fucked up, I am sitting on my hands all day and I'm not touching the keyboard. Because I feel like that entire day is just gonna be. I'm surprised they don't have anything here like as like inauguration day in the folders. Like it should be a high volatile time. And I don't doubt it will be, but I don't know why it's not in the folders. But that's something that I'm looking out for next week. But since it's Friday, let's break down what we have right now to finish off the week. And then yeah, potentially catch some positions and then go on about my day. So all last week we were bullish pretty much. This week we came down the first 2 days. We're looking at the weekly. The first 2 days though, we came down, printed a bearish candle, and eventually started flipping. And that's kind of what I anticipated because I was basing this week off of last week, the way it closed bullish and very strong bullish, right? So I anticipated that we'd start coming back up to these highs, and which we did, but we're starting to find some area here, which is important because I was looking last night at Asian. So this area is going to be probably a key area, depending on how price reacted to it overnight as I was sleeping. So that's that over there. And then like the daily, you could put at the bottom of this weekly, or not the daily, you could put a support at the bottom of this weekly, or even down here, right? Like if we're just going to draw out the zones for every time frame, that's your support, that's your resistance. Okay, most recent and most recent. All right, you can even say this is the most recent, right? But price broke above. So when price breaks above, closes above, where's your next most recent support that price potentially could go to? It's there. That's on the weekly. Daily, same dice for like the resistance, right? Up here at 2718. And then your support, where's your support now? Your most recent support. Your most recent support is here. And something also to keep in mind is, okay, although we're in this range, you say like this area, whatever, right? My focus is kind of like this right now. Since we're going sideways in this range, that doesn't mean that you're not going to get lower time frame trends, right? So just because we're ranging off of a daily time frame does not mean you're not gonna get, let's say, a 15-minute or a 5-minute trend. Either it's to the upside or the downside, right? What this is in all these 1, 2, 3, 4 bearish candles and 1 bullish candle, all that is a lower time frame bearish trend. That's all it is. So if we can identify where price is in a range on the higher time frames, if we can potentially identify the direction on the lower time frames. And as you can see here, right, we came down to a support level, support, price rejected here. So this is something going on this level somewhere here. Price bounced off of it, closed above this resistance, and then on the next daily candle after, not the next daily candle, but 2 days or 3 days after it closed above this resistance, we got a bullish closure. And that indicates that, okay, we're closing respecting this zone, which means that we're starting to print bullish structure, right? This is where our shift could happen on the daily. So if you see this type of stuff, then you can be like, okay, cool, potentially we're going to start moving back up to the upside, just like how we did here. Potentially could do the same thing here, right? Back up to this area or even potentially even higher. So if you can identify a higher time frame trend, you can definitely get in on the lower time frames to follow suit with that trend. Okay, so the daily, this is where we're at right now. Yesterday we tapped into this level, we closed below. So we're not closing above this zone. Not yet, at least not on the daily. Who knows what could happen today? Potentially at the end of today, we can close above. We don't know. And then next week, we could pull back to this area. And if that's the case, so let's speculate for next week, right? So let's say this does happen, right? Today, we flip bullish. We close above 2718. This is Friday, right? We close above 2718. If then we close above 2718, let's say we close above up in this area, whatever the case is, right? We close above. Next week, this candle will be closed above. Cool. If that's the case, then the next week's candle may start forming bottom wicks to then flip and go bullish. So if it starts forming bottom wicks, all it's doing on the daily and the lower time frames is printing bearish, which means it's pulling back potentially to this level or even lower. But that's fine. If it pulls back even lower and starts to trade higher again, you get into buys. If you get into buys above this level, then you'll basically be in the flip of the weekly, and then you can hold it to wherever the case is. So that could be something to speculate, right? but as of right now, it's about what we have going on in this current point in time. So the daily's printing like this, daily closed, still closed strong, bullish, close respecting the zone though. And then your most recent support on the daily is down here at 2662. So 4-hour time frame, same stuff, but now I'm gonna refine my level, right? What's my most recent? My most recent zone, my most recent resistance is here. Where's my most recent support? My most recent support can't be here yet. Why? Because this candle's still open. In an hour and 16 minutes, if this candle closes bullish, then my support can be here. If my support's there, then I can get the trade that I got yesterday on the 4-hour time frame, right? I can take this buy going back up to retest these highs with my stop loss below. That could be a trade that I get. But I gotta wait an hour 16 for this candle to close, because for all I know, this candle can close bearish, and if it closes bearish, then that support is invalid, right? So this support is not valid because I don't have no bullish closures there establishing that support. So where's the most recent bullish closure to establish support? I could say here, and I could say down here. I'm gonna go with down here because this candle wicked into here, and knowing the lower time frames, structure prints, right? So when you see higher time frame wicks, lower time frame structure is typically what's going on in these wicks. So I'm gonna put a support here, and when I have that support there, let's go and see what the 1 hour is telling me. And there could potentially even be a 1 hour support here. So if there is, we'll be able to refine the zone. Okay, cool. So this is my support now. Okay. So an idea could be that if this 4 hour, we know that we're trending up, right? We're trending up. That's our trend. And it's ideal to look for buys, but we also understand that price needs to pull back, right? And where are areas that price could potentially pull back to? Areas could be here, areas could be here, right? If it pulls back, or it could even be this area. It's just all speculation, right? But looking at the 1 hour, right? If we close below the zone, looking at the 4 hour, if we close below the zone within the next hour or by 9 o'clock, right? On the 4 hour, or sorry, on the 1 hour, by 9 o'clock, if we close below here, then the 4 hour will be essentially this would be a top wick to flip. The 4 hour will be flipped, right? And we'll be able to potentially take some sells down to 2693, maybe, if we start respecting this area. But I want to see price starting to respect. In regards to buys, I was looking for this last night, and I'll probably look for it again. I want to look for buys on the off the 1 hour, probably above here. But I want to see what the lower time frame starts to tell me. So let me split up the chart now, and let me look at, this is my 1 hour. Let's look at my 30-minute, 15, 5. I'm having an issue with the way it looks on the lower time frames in regards to buys, because there's just a lot of garbage to the left. And what that means is that price could stop and reject here. It 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 could reject even here. Not even just reject, but just struggle, right? And I want to be in a trade where I can optimize on volume. And this is where, if we do need volume, or if we do get volume off, let's say, news or whatever the case is, right, we'll be able to break through. But there is no news, right? So how can I determine volume other than session openings, right? Like 8 o'clock, 9:30, for NYSC or NY Open as well. I think NY Open's at 8 o'clock. What? How does it make any sense? Oh, GMT. 8 o'clock. Because everything opens at 8. Asian opens at 8. London opens at 8. And you would assume that New York opens at 8 in the Eastern time zone as well, so. If I'm looking at a lower time frame, our what was I gonna say? If I'm looking at a lower time frame to take buys, I would need to see a shift in this little trend that we're having now, because we're trending down, right? So like price can do whatever it wants, right? That's why we follow suit with what price wants to do, and price could actually come down here to 2703 level, and it could retest this level and then it bounce off of it one more time. It could, if it wanted to then potentially start going back up to 2722, or it could just continue going back up. It doesn't really matter, but that's what I'm saying. Like we're in a lower we're in a little bit of a short trend in regards to the bearish side, because we're printing lows, right? We're printing lows here, and just now we're starting to shift over on the 15 to start printing higher. So I think what was good to identify is that we had a bullish closure here, and then in 10 minutes, if this candle closes bullish as well, that could be great. But even on the 1 hour, it's very, very sticky here. So I think if we got buys above here, it would be great, because looking at the daily above here is the flip. So the daily candle would start flipping, and then this range that we would fill essentially, right? This range that we would fill in the lower time frame, all that is on the higher time frame is the wick fill of the previous daily candle into that area. But something might happen in here for me. If I see more structure forming on the 15 to show me that we're going up, like if we pull back, create a low, and then start closing bullish at like a support level, then I potentially might start getting into buys. Because then what I can do is, right, like if we pull back, let's say in this area, we pull back and we create a support, and then we have a bullish closure, I can take a buy there with my stops below, targeting the next high, right? And then for runners or even higher targets, I can target 2716 or even higher 2722. But my 1% closure could be at the next high, which would be essentially wherever price decided to start pulling back. So I could potentially even get buys in here, but overall, ultimate buys would be above here. That's what I'm looking for. The faster the trade, the faster I get to play Call of Duty. And the longer I get to play Call of Duty. So I gotta get a haircut today. And I'm gonna get yelled at by my girlfriend. We're supposed to go and you're playing Call of Duty. Fucking right. It's amazing. I'm amazing. Every fucking day, man, I'm sneezing. Uh, mm. Wait, I have a community guideline strike on my channel. If this happens again, if you violate this policy again within 90 days of completing the policy training, you'll get a strike. You won't be able to do things like upload a post or live stream for 1 week. Warning, your content was moved due to community guidelines. You receive a warning. I can't even remember what I did in this video. I'm not sure what this means. Content that shows minors fighting or physical bullying. Physically bullying others. Isn't allowed. Oh, because I was on Twitter. This was way back in the day. Let me see this. Oh, because I put a goddamn fight from Twitter on YouTube Live. It's okay though. They want to play that way. Let them do their thing. I love YouTube regardless. Take action. Let me do this questionnaire. About the training. We want you to create and share content. We want you to create and share your content confidently. Oh, okay. In this training, you'll see scenarios related to the policy you violated. In the video, sees a miner throws real knives at a target after watching. No. Clip where a miner throws real knives at a target after watching the clip. Kato says, "Wow, that was crazy." Kind of show harmful, dangerous acts involving miners. But how's it dangerous? Like, axe throwing is a sport. Okay, that's stupid. A kid throwing a bro, what? A miner throwing a knife at a target? That could be their sport. That's ridiculous. They asked me, is this a violation? If a miner throws real knives at a target after watching the clip, Kato says, "Wow, that was crazy," and then moves on to another clip. Is this a violation? It shouldn't be a fucking violation. Why would it be a violation? That's so retarded. A news agency posted a video about bullying in schools. The segment is about a particular incident that happened in a local school. The video has a description give information about where and when the incident occurred, what school administrators are doing in response, and statistics on related bullying incidents across the nation. This video shows the beginning of a bullying incident, but faces are blurred for the most of the footage. Is this a violation? No, it's not, because they're just educating other students, but not showing the face, but showing where it happened. In this video, a parent lures a child into and out of a lake 10 times, and the child does not cry or appear distressed. They're not quite injured. The video's title is "Making the Child Tough." This video description explains this is a common regional ritual for health of the child. No, that's not. No. New 1 hour is open, by the way. The video features a family camping on a camping trip. A young boy helps an adult build a fire. The boy places the wood inside the fire pit and then uses a match and tinder to set the fire. The father watches him and teaches the boy how to safely set the fire. No, it's not. In a video, an infant lays in the middle of the street. An infant dirty crying. The video doesn't have a title or description, but it appears the child has been abandoned and neglected. Of course, it's a violation. Someone's sleeping. Derek is an amateur documentary filmmaker. Makes a short documentary about the rise of alcoholism in young teenagers. In this video is real footage of minors consuming alcohol. There's also discussion about why the minors drink it and how they feel afterwards, and the reactions from medical doctors. Before uploading the video, Derek writes a detailed description of what the documentary covers and why it is being uploaded. Select all correct answers. This video makes the minors are clearly drinking alcohol in the video. This violates the policy because the creator uploaded the footage of minors drinking it. That could get them in trouble. This is in violation of the policy. Although the minors are drinking alcohol in the video, the content is clearly a documentary and provides enough information in the description. This isn't a violation of the policy because the amount of alcohol that the young teenagers consumed isn't deadly. In this video, there's real footage of minors consuming alcohol. There's also a discussion about why minors drink it and how they feel afterwards, or actually from medical doctors. Before uploading the video, Derek provides the detailed description on what the documentary covers and why it is being uploaded. Perhaps it isn't a violation of policy because he wrote a description as to why it's being covered. Documentary covers. Look, Derek writes a detailed description of what the documentary covers and why it's being uploaded. He adds context. Jing, who's 13 years old, once posted a video showing their morning routine at the request of some of their subscribers. In the video, they show their process of getting ready in their first day of school. One part of the video shows them stepping into the shower and washing their hair. Although no nudity is actually shown, it's clear that Jing is filming while in the shower. Their mother, Manga, reviews the video and says it's okay to post. This video violates policy 13-year-old not to show their morning routines. This video violates the policy of the teen involved Jing, who's a minor, filming themselves in the shower. This video doesn't violate the policy, but nudity was invisible routine and post. This video doesn't violate the policy. Jing's mother reviewed the video by posting and said it was okay. Well, I think that should be the correct answer, right? If your parents are like, okay, cool, you can post it, you should be able to post whatever the fuck you want. If your parents can do it. But child pornography is illegal in general, so parents can get in trouble. Actually, I take back what I said. This video doesn't violate the policy. Nudity was invisible in the routine. Find the post. That's incorrect. This video doesn't violate the policy. Nudity wasn't visible, so the routine was fine to post. Try again. Okay, try again. This video violates policy. The routine involved Jing and minor filmmaking themselves in the shower. This video violates policy. 13-year-olds are not allowed to show their morning routines. Okay, so you're not allowed to show yourself in the shower, even if it's just a headshot of you washing your hair. This is a violation, or this is a violation due to provocative behavior shown. Although nudity isn't shown, the act of a minor filmmaking themselves in the shower is provocative in nature and isn't allowed. Interesting. Okay. Good to know. What's next? Your warning will expire April 17th, 2025 if you violate the child safety policy again, all because I posted a goddamn fight on Twitter. You'll get a strike. If you violate a different policy, you get another warning, but the opportunity to close training. Maybe that's why I've been fucking take policy training, appeal description. Leave a comment. Please don't share questions, contact how it works, or review your content, let you know within 72 hours. Training. You want me to appeal it? Or I can write my own comment? Okay. In my life, there are two individuals fighting. I agree that if both individuals have been identified as minors in the video, the video should be taken down. Okay, you motherfuckers? But I believe that if no context is displayed about who's fighting or on who's fighting, if no context is provided about who is in the video, should not be removed, because for all we know, these two individuals are teachers fighting. For all we know. We don't know. These two individuals are teachers fighting. But YouTube knows. YouTube knows everything. Every day. No, everything. Not every day. Okay, that's not one word. 2 words. Whoops. But YouTube knows everything. YouTube was there. Right? Just my thoughts. I fully understand YouTube policies and the reasons to remove such content. It won't happen again. Because I love YouTube. Sure. Submit appeal. All right, let's see what I wrote. In my life, there's 2 individuals fighting. I agree that if both individuals have been identified as minors in the video should be taken down. But I believe that if no context is provided about who's in the video, then the video should not be removed, because for all we know, these 2 individuals are teachers fighting. But YouTube knows everything. YouTube is there, right? Just my thoughts. I fully understand YouTube's policies and their reasons to remove such content. It won't happen again because I love YouTube. Submit appeal. Let's carry on with the rest of the shit. Okay, we're pulling back here on the 1 hour, which means that on the 15, right? So like there's some type of resistance going on up here. This resistance is yet to be established, but in 3 minutes we get this 15-minute closure. This resistance is now the most recent resistance. But to also keep in mind, this structure is creating a lower high. So lower high, which means we are going downside. So what could be going on here? What really could be going on here? It's a big question. Seems like everybody quit Call of Duty. All the like top streamers and shit. Pretty sad. COD's got to fix their crud. Yeah, like this 5 minute. We have a support here. So if I could get some bullish closures around the support, potentially we can get some buys going back up, but I'd rather see a 15 closure. Because it's not just established that, okay, we're forming some type of support and we're continuing this anticipated shift in structure because of the support level down here. At least anticipate a shift in short-term structure. Because we're printing, you know, lower highs coming down to a higher time frame support, which then on the higher time frame we bounce off of, right? And then when we bounce off that support, the structure shifts on the lower time frame. I adjusted my my resistance zone up here at 2716 for the 15-minute time frame. Looking over on the right hand side for the 1 hour. You can't even see. I gotta change this. But looking over on the right hand side for the 1 hour, there was a resist or a support here as well where price was rejecting with wicks. But on the 15, it's clear as day that these are valid rejections with proper closures at that zone. So I'm gonna leave my resistance there. And that potentially could be a target. Potentially. Maybe, just maybe, could I do some type of shit like this? It's actually it's actually insane how important journaling is in real life in general. Like when you start trading, they tell you to journal trades, right? Like journal every position you take so that you can review it. Journal it with screenshots, journal it with videos. That's why I'm making videos right now. That's why I'm live streaming, because it's all for journaling purposes, so that in the future I can look back at these positions and I can be like, okay, cool, this is why I did it in real time. In sports, we do the same thing, but in sports, in basketball, where I come from, in basketball, you have a team. So you have your players, you have your coaches, and then you have your analytics coaches, right? So the analytics coaches, they look at analytics. They look at your free throw percentage. They look at your average assists per game. They look at how many rebounds you get per game. And that is how they structure you as a player. Same thing with trading, right? When you start out in trading, you're trying all these things. You're trying out, long-term trading. You're trying out short-term scalping. You're trying out, support and resistance trading. You're trying out like Bollinger Bands trading. You're trying out Fibonacci trading. You're trying out all these ways of trading. And then eventually you fall into your frame if you stick around long enough. And how you fall into your frame a lot more efficiently, a lot more faster, is by data. Because then you start to realize, okay, well, I've documented every trade I've taken, whether it was Fibonacci, support and resistance, all this other stuff, right? I've documented every single trade, and majority of my wins are coming from Fibonacci trading. So then what you would do is you would take those analytics, or you would take those journal entries that you basically journaled, and you would be like, okay, cool, because I win the most off Fibonacci's based on the journal entries that I have, I'm going to trade Fibonacci's and I'm going to master Fibonacci's. It's the same thing when you're playing ball or when you're playing any other sport. You tailor your game to what you're very good at, and everything else is just, it's a secondary, but you still obviously work on it slowly, but everything else becomes a secondary. So if you're a shooter and you become a professional basketball player, your main focus is a shooter. You're in the gym with your trainers, and your trainers are focusing on you being the best shooter you can be, because that is your role. If you are a point guard, if you are a playmaker, your role is basically to understand the floor. Your role is to basically understand or know how to dribble, how to get through defense, how to break through defense, understanding what's happening when the ball is in your hands around you, because that's what point guards do, right? They need to analyze the floor. They need to understand where their guys are, where their top players are. Where's my shooter at? Where's my big man at? Where's this person? Where's that person? If you're a defender, you focus on defense, right? And everything else just becomes a secondary. But a big thing that guys do in professional sports is they look at what? They look at game tape. What is game tape? Game tape is journal entries just in the sports world. So in trading, you want to be analyzing and you want to be documenting all your trades, because right now is no different from me 10 years ago playing in a game. Right now I'm playing in a game and I'm documenting myself playing in the game, and I have real-time data showing me taking emotional trades, showing me taking good setups, showing me winning, showing me losing, showing how I handle all of those things. And that in time I can take as data and use it later on in my trading. It's the same thing as sports. You look at a game and you say, okay, I did this wrong, I did that wrong. Okay, well, when I go to my next game, I'm not going to do those things, or I'm going to work on those things. Maybe you get mad every time you get a foul and it fucks with your mentality. You see that in the video and you're like, okay, cool. When I get into that next game, I'm going to keep my cool, keep my composure, and I'm just going to play the way I like to play best. So that's why journaling is very important, because you're receiving data, you're receiving feedback. And with all those things, you're able to progress. If you're wise enough and you understand the purpose of data, journaling, game tape, all that stuff. So this is no different from game tape in the sports world. This is no different. This is exactly the same. Because later on, I'm going to go and sit down and I'm going to sit in the boardroom with myself, as opposed to 10 years ago sitting with a bunch of other guys, coaches, analytics, whatever. Now it's going to be about myself, and I'm going to analyze the charts. I'm going to analyze how I traded. I'm going to analyze what I did coming to the charts, how I broke down price, all that stuff, and take notes. What did I do wrong? What do I want to work on? Should my stop loss have been there? Should I have been risking that amount? Maybe my take profit could have been here. Maybe I could have been in the trade longer. Well, now I know for next time. That's the importance of journaling. Whether it's a video, a photo, that's the importance of it. How do you think plays were developed in sports, in basketball? It's because guys looked at the games and they analyzed, okay, well, if we did this, we'll break the defense. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. So that's why journaling should be taken very, 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 very seriously, just as serious as you getting in the trades. Okay, this is very, very important here, what's going on. because in about 6 minutes, this 15 will close. And if it closes bullish, then we will be basically printing the support here, which means that the bullish structure is starting to form and establish a lot more. And on the 1 hour, it'll be flipping. And this is what that 5 minute looks like. We could be getting some volume here. What I'm thinking is that if I wait another 30 minutes and I allow the 4 hour to close, we could just potentially take buys up after the 4 hour creates a bottom wick. And we can take buys back up to like, I would say 2716, unless we go there within the next 30 minutes. But even on the bottom wick, right, when the 4 hour starts to bottom wick, I could potentially get into buys on that bottom wick utilizing the lower time frame. Once I start seeing bullish closures on the lower time frame during that bottom wick on the 4 hour, could I take buys? So that could be something. And this 15 is closing, respecting this resistance. But the 5 minutes closing, respecting this resistance. So something's going on here, right? This area, bing. Let's see what the 15 tells us in 5 minutes. Mm, 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 mm. Landed in the jungle. 15 closed bearish. Interesting. 4 hour has 30 minutes to close. Is it gonna close like this, or are we gonna get closures below? So we're still printing that short-term bearish structure because we're respecting this high. And this high is lower than this one, and this one, and that one. Interesting shit. You remove this just to keep it cleaner. I don't mind at all that we come down here, because if we come down here clean, then we find support here. Buys up. It buys up. I get it more at a discounted price. Ooh, 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 ooh. Man, I need to go buy espresso. I'm tired of drinking this fucking Tim Hortons coffee. And I landed in the jungle. Yo. What are you saying? Let me guess, you haven't slept. I'm working. Not for another couple hours. But then I gotta go for my haircut. If you wanna meet me at Joe's, that'd be great. Because then I can kind of stay in the city without having to go north. And then yeah, figure out what we're eating. Huh? Jamaican blood clots. Yo, you remember that Caribbean place we went to on Lakeshore? Like way back when?
Caribbean place, Lakeshore.
Like Lakeshore Saga, Oakville border. It was called Bloodfire. No, I don't know what it was. I can't remember what it was called. But Bumbaclat. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Should I go there?
Bro, my cut's at like 12. I gotta leave at 11. What? And yo, don't make me do no fucking bullshit, eh? I'm picking your ass up. We're going to eat, and we're doing whatever else. Don't make me fucking drive you anywhere. Don't make you do no fucking bullshit. Like drive me to a game or do this, do that, like you always fucking do. Huh? Because if you do, I'll leave you on the side of the road and make you take the bus. With your fucking... You and your fucking... whitewashed bullshit. But no, yeah, I'll meet you at Joe's. What are you thinking about?
How can we make 3K? But I mean, like, no selling it.
Sell all your cars. You'll make 3,000.
Fucking crazy. More than that, but fucking crazy.
Okay. What do you want me to do? Sell my car and give you the money? Are you crazy? You're gonna what? Bro, do you have a credit card?
No, but I think that one.
Do you have any financing? Like any phone bills or... So you don't have a credit score?
Oh, I have a credit score. My credit score is fucking shit, though.
Yeah, so you've gotten credit before. You're gonna...
Credit score, no, I haven't.
How do you have a shit credit score if you've never gotten a loan before?
I don't know, probably scams or... Never ever.
Okay, then I don't think you have a credit score.
My credit dropped by...
How do you have a credit score you've never I don't understand how. Wait, what?
I'm confused. My credit dropped 30 points back in October. I don't know how. But it was
Well,
like 5, 6.
What are you...
Now it's at 5.
What are you checking, bro? What credit app are you checking?
Oh.
Bruh. Okay, you can go... Okay. You can go on Koho, and I'm pretty sure they will tell you if you have any open accounts or not. You're probably in collections. I have a stupid fucking account in collections too. It's because
I think I'm just probably my shit, and I just dodged it.
yeah, no. It's absolutely stupid. It should not even be there. It's literally for this fucking blood fire right here. This thing. Because when I went on a plan with Telus, they what do you call it? My plan finished after 2 years, and then I forgot that I had to fucking return the phone, but I never returned it, so I had to pay like a fee to keep the phone. They're fucking put me in collections. Okay. But I don't really give a shit. I'll pay it when I feel like paying it. But you need your credit. You need your credit score. Because if your credit score is shit, bro, the higher your interest is gonna be. Like if you go take out a loan right now with the credit score you have, they're probably gonna throw you like 50% interest. You're gonna be paying you're gonna be paying $4,500 if you take out $3,000 back. No, no, because then you don't understand leverage. No, because if you have access to $3,000 at a lower interest rate, that means you can make more on that $3,000. So if you take $3,000, you go put a motor in it, you clean up the car, do whatever, and you're getting at, let's say, 20%. That means that you're only paying $600 in interest. So you're paying back $3,600 as opposed to $4,500. That means you can take the car and sell it for, let's say, $4,500 or $5,000, and then you walk away with $1,500. Credit is leverage. What? Yeah, well, that's why you not have money. Okay, it doesn't matter. You're fucking dumb. Okay, listen. No, you need to stop being an idiot. Okay, you need to stop being an idiot and listen. Pay attention, bro. You could literally take one. You can take one car. This guy complains about wanting a Trackhawk. You're gonna go take a $30,000 loan while you can spend the next 6 months. Okay, shut up for a second. Stop being ignorant. You could take the next 6 months and go from having a fucking. You can take your fucking LS, and you can start with that, and you can take the LS, put a motor in it, sell it, take $5,000 or whatever you think it's worth. Make let's say hypothetically $5,000 off of it. Go buy a car that's worth more than $5,000, but for $5,000 off Facebook. Fix the fucking thing up, then you sell it for more, for let's say $7,000. Now you have $7,000, and now in fucking 6 months, if you continue to grow your income through flipping cars, next thing you know, you have $20,000, and it's fucking June. But no, you're ignorant, and you just hoarder cars like fucking I don't even know. You're too scared to get rid of your cars, like you won't be able to get them back in the future with more money and more leverage. Yeah, you will, bro. You're fucking. You think I care about my Jetta? I love my Jetta. Of course I care, bro. Of course I love my Jetta. But if I got rid of it, which I won't, because like I don't need $1,000. Like that's all I can probably get for it right now with the motor balloon. I'm not selling it for $1,000. But I'd sell my Jetta because I know I could buy it again. Bro, you think it's JR, you think how hard do you think it is? Bro. If you have $20,000, let's say you have $20,000 after flipping fucking 10 cars, okay? Look at me, you fucking black guy. Listen. If you sell 10 cars, let's say you sell 10 cars, you make $20,000, right? You flip 10 cars, make $20,000. Now you have $20,000 cash. You can literally go on some fucking Asian market and buy an LS in Asia and import it here. You think they don't have cars out there? You think they don't have cars laying around like Lexuses in Japan, you fucking dumbass? Of course they do. Okay, but I'm saying any other car because you're a fucking JDM nerd. Any other car you need, you go to Asia, you go to Tokyo, you go wherever you need to go, and you can import a car from there for the lowest of like fucking $500 to import it. You're ignorant. Because I would do the same thing for Volkswagen. I'd just go to Germany and I'd find it all there. And if I don't find it all there, then I know where I'm going. I'm going to Trinidad because I know your brothers have the fucking Jettas all around there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, mother cunt.
This Lexus, you're not getting it for no more than less than 15. Maybe you might be lucky to get it for 10K, but that's now my SC talking 97 SC. Not getting it right now. This you'll see 4 grand. Grand right now. It's like it's bad. Or if you maybe you might get lucky, but you have to spend 7, 8, 9 grand. You might get. And then.
But why does it matter if you make 20 grand flipping cars and you know that you can do it again? If that's your business, if that's
Get a fake 97 SC. Get a fake one. I don't want to do. And then the same thing with the CHP. There's gonna be people that are fucking like really swapping pins. How much years from now? Who fucking knows? I don't even want that. I want the true story with my ZHP. My ZHP is real. I know if I type in my pin right now, it's gonna show up ZHP. I like that. I don't want to have to fucking go looking for shit that I'm not sure of. I'm paying a large price. Fuck that. Fuck that, bro. I'd rather fucking conquer. I'd rather fucking work fucking hard, get this fucking money.
well, that's where you go wrong, because you're gonna spend all this money, time, and effort into, let's say you put like $5,000 into a car, motor, you clean it up, whatever you need to do to clean it up. You put 5 grand into this, you waste the time doing it, while you can literally take fucking 5 grand and go buy a nicer car, the same car that somebody's put their work into it, and then fix up a little bit of things.
Okay, let me think about this, Alice. What they say buying this car. So the rear fenders are widened. Front fenders too. All the body work. Brakes, manual brakes. That's whatever. Manual control arms, shake, ball joint. Everything is brand new on the car. My dad literally just bag and then he just ordered. So everything's brand new on the car. Nothing I need to do on this car. The car will pass safety. Shit. Nothing I need to do on the car. And on top of that, everything is done to it that I want it done. Why sell it?
Because you can make money.
If I were to sell it, buy another one, I have to do everything all over again.
Bro,
And spend
what car is it?
money all over again.
What car is it?
2007 Lexus LS 460 Ultra Luxury. Actually, I think it's the package next to Ultra Luxury. Has a reclining back seat.
What color is it?
Like the same color as your Jetta. Probably a little. Seen it a million times. You just.
You're telling me that your back seats do that?
No. Everything's black.
But the back seats recline like that.
No, that's the luxury L. I would get that one, but that one is like 20 grand and up. What do you sell? Cheaper. Because it comes with the extra massage seat, all that dumb shit. And obviously it's recliner back seats. Like that's not even the recliner, that's the recliner chair back seat. Mine just has the recliner back seat. Now you're seeing the luxury that we're getting into, why a car cannot sell. Regular shit, fucking normal ass band. I would fucking even bat the eye, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'd fucking sell that shit like how I sold the black one. Black one was special. This is fucking special.
You have all these cars.
Black one I'd love to buy again.
You have all these cars, but none of them on the road. That's what I'm saying. You sell one car, you can fucking fix the other. That's my point. You have an SC that's been sitting for years, bro. You have an SC that's been sitting for years. And when are the parts coming in? So you're telling me that by the summer that car is going to be on the road?
I'm like, I bet my life on it.
And if not, you get. And if not, you give me yours. And if not, I'm taking the ZHP.
Oh, that's fine. I'll give it to you.
Okay, no problem.
Our agreement is you can't sell it.
Okay. But you got to give me the slips.
That's fine.
Okay. Because that shit's going under my name.
I'm telling you, I'm dead serious.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Alright.
Yo, you know what? No, you know what we should do? Actually, I don't know if I want to do it with you, but what would be because you're fucking always throwing your money out, all over the place. But if we started a company,
I literally only buy car shit.
okay. Anyways, we start a company, like we register a business in Ontario, right? And we put all our cars under that business. So if we get pulled over, it's not under our name; it's under the company's name. Bloodfire. As opposed to individual insurance. What did I want to do? 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 What did I want to do?
Easy, easy. Yeah, I'm excited about this car. I wanna take a flip. I need something to flip. What can I flip? The way I can make a solid bet, making a big body bet. It's the only way I can make a solid bet. But it has to be a bet that can fucking hit. Like I believe in myself. Honestly.
This guy has a VR6 in Cambridge. Now you got me looking at motors.
Bro, yeah, cause you gotta fucking believe, bro. Like you gotta believe.
I already messaged this guy and he fucking R-bombed me. Bean. Bean. I don't know, some guy.
Where's Laura?
Sleeping. Why? What madness?
Are you on stream?
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm not saying no hot. Yo, I have too many eggs. That's good.
Yeah, you do.
In all categories. I'll knock it. 25. Knock it out.
What?
I just
Knock what out?
my bad habits.
Okay, yo, I gotta fucking do it. I gotta work. If you want to talk to me, you go on my YouTube live and you text on chat. I'll call you in a few hours.
Just now.
All right, I'll call you. I'll call you in a few hours then. All right, I know. Like what I'm seeing here, because if we come down here on the 30-minute, find some type of support here or here, then we could potentially get some buys going back up. But this 4 hours also flipping, closes in 2 minutes. So we're not getting what we anticipated on the 4 hour, which is fine. I anticipated some type of bullish closure on the 4 hour, but it's okay. Still have the 1 hour. And what's the daily looking like again? So the daily hasn't flipped. Still printing bearish. Could we continue bearish for the day? Who knows? I think my next level though, like the key or what I'm interested in the most is this support down here. I want to see price come to this support, and I want to tell me what it wants to do at this level, and then from there move forward. New 1 hour just opened. Four hours also open as well. Closed doji. Interesting stuff here. Can't find a stronger feeling. Okay, let's see what happens at the support level. The only biases I can really use now are like the time frames that I can really use now. It's pretty much only the 1 hour 30-minute, and anything below that 4 hour I can't use anything because the 4 hour is still looking like it's gonna dip a little bit further, because this is not a valid closure of support on the 4 hour, but on the 1 hour it is, right? So I have to use the maximum 1 hour to identify where price could potentially go. But anything above that, like, it could come up, flip bearish. So we got to see. So the 15 minutes gonna close here in 2 minutes. But what discourages me from taking a buy off this candle is that there's something going on here with resistance. On the 30-minute, it looks a lot more cleaner. I really want espresso. I might go make an espresso. It's the energy that we make. Electricity we create. When you're near to me, I'm awake. Illuminate. Could be some struggles here for the 15-minute time frame. But it also could drive through, right? Anything's possible. 9:30 is NYSC open as well. You gotta keep that in mind. But like you have this support, and you could even say this resistance here, like price could come, reject, could even struggle in this area. So just gotta keep that in the back of my mind. Looks like there's some volume. Be right back. All right, we're tapping that level. Nice. So now, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Two minutes for 30-minute closure. And that's gonna be NYSE open. If we break and close below, we might come down to 2701, but I don't think that's gonna happen in 20 seconds. Okay, so the new 30-minute candle just opened, right? NYSE open. So what would happen if this 30-minute came down and it wicked past these zones to then flip, as it's doing right now? So every 30 minutes is basically 6 5-minute candles. So in the next 6 5-minute candles on the left-hand side, can we come down through this zone and then eventually start closing back inside of this range? Because then if that's the case, then this 30-minute will just have wicked past and then it'll start flipping. And if it starts flipping, then potentially at 10 o'clock I can get a buy. Or sometime beforehand, because as well as the 5, we have the 15-minute, right? But the 5 just looks a lot more in line with the 30 if it were to go down and then flip. But there's some volume here because of NYSE. So we got to see. I'm not going to rush and I'm not going to chase anything. So, like, I could be here until 10 o'clock waiting for a trade. Hit me like a tidal wave. Are we gonna break past? Okay, we broke past. Amazing. I'm thinking about buy stops here. One minute showing signs. Fuck. Am I gonna have enough time? What are my stops here? Okay, I'm in. At the break here. So what did I get in at? This is all the way up here. Bro. Okay, so how can I manage this? I'm like, I jumped straight into profits, honestly. Where's this? Okay, so my take profits up here. Um, management. Everything's just moving so fast right now. Management. I want to see where I could move my stops to break even. I'm thinking when we tap like 2708, I'm gonna move my stops to break even. And what I'm actually gonna do as well is I might extend my take profit. If I extend my take profit to there, to that zone, what is my higher time frame showing? Getting lots of volume here. I extend my take profit here. And yeah, I'll extend it there. And then when we break through 2708, I will move my stops to break even. And maybe goes half at 2711, but we'll see. We'll see what I get. Yeah, so that's the trade. This is what's the date? 17th. This is a buy on gold. You could say it's a higher time frame exhaustion, but because I took this off the 30, yeah, you could even say it like that's an exhaustion from here. We'll call it an exhaustion. What did I do? A flip, right? Yeah, I did a flip on the 30. Cool. And okay, I'm gonna go break even here. Right now we're floating about 1%. That's probably the only trade I'm taking for the day. What's up your pants? Dog's sexually frustrated. Looking to close partials here on this level. 15 will close here in about a minute. Looks good, looks good. Let's see how this next 5 opens up. I may close full at 2711. But let's see. Next 5 is also the next 15. Keeping that in mind. What do you want to do here? Can I get a push into 2711? I'm floating just above 1% right now. Finally, my fans are coming in today too for my PC, so I get to plug in some extra fans and play with some extra graphics. Okay, we're going up now. Let's see. Can we get a pop here? Okay, I'm closing here. full. I'm closing full. Because it's a Friday. I'm closing full. Copy link. Bing, bang, boom. Throwing it in there. And what do we get today? Just under 2%. Mother fricker. Mother fricker. Just under 2%. What's my math here? Good freaking shit though. A great trade. Just make sure I have it here. Make sure this is in correlation. This equals that. Sublime. Nice, we're going. Okay. What did I want to do here? Okay, 1580 divided by 846. 1580 divided by 846.53 times 100. So 1.86. Which brings me back to on the week 0.18 negative 0.18%. So we're pretty much break even for the week. We do this. Nine for two. What's my percentage? 81.82%. 81.82 percentile. Nice. All right. Can't complain, can't complain. Last 3 days. I'm trying to look at my thing. Yeah, only 2 losses this month. I'm down about, well, this should be 0.5%. But that's fine. Do a recap on this. But that's good. All right. So this is my 1.8% gain today on Friday, just after NYSE Open. So I came to the charts today, and I'm just gonna cover the 30-minute and obviously have the 5-minute as well here. But I'll talk about the higher time frames, but I'm not gonna go on the chart. Actually, can I go on the charts without getting like fucked up? No, I can't. Yeah, no, I can't. Okay, so my idea coming to the charts today was basically I knew that we were going up, we were trending up, right? And looking on the when I was looking on the 4 hours, looking left, right, there's resistance zones up here at like 2722, right? So I identified those zones on the higher time frame, and that's where price was like basically trading away from, and it's done it in the past. So when I got to the charts this morning, it was around 7:30. So like it was about right here when we were like driving up. And what I had marked up was I marked up my resistance up here at 2716, and then I had a support level down here at 2703. And my idea was that if I were to get buys, I would be looking for buys above 2716, because over here would be the daily flip as well. Now I'm on chart replay because I already took the trade, but I don't want to. I can't go onto the daily on TradingView, because if I do, then it's going to show you exactly what happened, and we're getting to that. I'm trying to explain what happened first and what I was seeing. So what had happened was on the 30-minute time frame, right? I had the support drawn up here, and I also put a level down here because I said, okay, if we're going to drive past here, we might come down to this area and find support down here. And the reason why I marked that up was because it was a lower time frame support, right? So I marked that up just in case, and I had this one as well. And once this 30-minute closed bullish like this, it didn't close as strong, But once it closed like this, I anticipated that maybe on the lower time frame, we might start trading below 2703 just for a little bit, and then eventually start closing back into the range for us to continue going up. And what that would indicate on the higher time frame, aka the 30-minute time frame, which is where I was looking to basically take the trade from, what that would have done was it would have just wicked down, made a bottom wick, and then ended up flipping to then go bullish, right? And in my head, I was thinking on the 5, I'm like, okay, so if it drives in here and we start closing back in here, then I could take buy somewhere in this zone with my stops below that that structure, and all that would be on the 30-minute time frame would be a flip. So that's exactly what happened. As you can see here, on the right-hand side is the 30-minute, on the left-hand side is the 5-minute chart. On the 30-minute, we wicked down past this zone, right? And we did the same thing on the 5. And look how the 5 closed, right? It closed with no top wick, which was very iffy for me, right? But I impulsively took the trade, to be honest. Like, I can't even explain why I took it. Usually I stay out of the no top wicks. But one thing that motivated me to take this trade as well was knowing that NYSE has already passed. So New York Stock Exchange open at 9:30, and there was volume, but there was volume to the downside, right? So we had volume to the downside, which made us print that bearish wick. And then once we started flipping, I'm like, okay, there's going to be volume. We've already printed down, so if there's going to be any more volume and we're starting to flip, there might be a higher probability for us to start flipping to the upside, because we've already established support on the 5. We've closed bullish at that support as well in the 30-minute time frame. And the higher the time frame, basically the higher the higher probability of price, the higher chances of price. What am I trying to say? If price closes on a higher time frame at a level, then there's a higher probability that the next candle is going to go in the direction of where that candle closed. So since we closed bullish at a support level on the higher time frame, and there's chances that we're going to go and trend back, or not trend, but trade back to the upside in the following candles. So that's what happened, right? I got executed on the flip, and then this is how it played out. We eventually started filling this range. Now, originally, my take profit was going to be at 2716, but it's Friday, right? And I was already down for the week. I'm still down about 0.5%, but I took an 8% loss on Wednesday. So I was just in the mode of like, okay, like if I can close 1%, like I'll be cool, right? And what had happened was, once I saw price driving, like this 5-minute candle started making this, it made this big up move here, right? I moved my stop loss to break even once we broke and closed above the structure. And the next 5-minute candle started coming down a little bit, but at that point in time, my stop loss was already at break even, right? So in the back of my mind, what I'm thinking at this point is, I'm like, okay, it's Friday, right? We've already wicked off the support level after closing bullish at the support level. And we've broken past this structure over here, and we closed. So if my stop loss is at break even, this is going to be the last trade I'm taking this week. And if we don't go up from here, then that's it. Like, that's it. I'll come back next week, and I'll recover my losses next week. And what had happened was, price closed above here, strong bullish. The next candle made a bottom wick, and then we ended up jumping right up to this structure level here. And at the structure level here, this was like a 2% gain here, and I just closed full. I was going to close half and let the rest run, but I have shit to do. I got to go get a haircut and stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to close, because I don't know how long it's going to take to get up here. It could go in 5 minutes, or it could go in, the next 4 hours. So I don't want to wait around and see. I'm just going to take my 2%, call it a day. It's Friday. And yeah, so that's what happened. This is what the 30-minute looks like. And as soon as I closed, if we go back here, because I'm on chart replay, right? If you go back here, looking at the 5 on the left-hand side, this is current price right now, right? So we're going up. Current price right here, this is where I closed, right? What happened when I closed? We struggled for a bit. On the 1 minute, we ranged. We struggled for a bit. There was some type of reaction, some type of resistance here. We struggled for a bit. Not a lot, but for a bit. And if I was still in the trade and I started to see that, I'd probably just close full. But regardless, I closed anyways. So yeah, that's it. That's 2% for the day. And yeah, so I had we won 9 trades this week. Not this week, but this month. We've won 9 trades and we lost 2. And I'm in negatives. I'm down 0.5% on the month. So the goal and the focus moving forward is, if I'm winning and I understand what what price is doing, and I'm allowing price to tell me what it wants to do, and then I follow suit. If I'm doing all these things great, then the only thing I need to focus on is my risk management. So that 8% loss should have never happened. I took it at NYSE Open. I literally had a buy stop, and I, like, as soon as 9:30 hit, it just put me in the order right away, and then it just dropped in like 4 minutes. I got stopped out. It happens, but I shouldn't have lost 8%, but I did, and I can't complain. All I can do moving forward is, what's the issue? What are you crying about? Are you okay? Give me a second. He's sick. Let it out. Boy, let it out. My dog threw up. I don't even know where I was on this recording. I literally threw up in the middle of my recording. Okay. Yeah, so like I was saying, my dog threw up. But no, that 8% loss should have never happened. And moving forward next week, like I'm winning, right? Like it's not like I'm taking losing trades or anything like that. Like I'm being patient. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm getting in when I get in, and I get out when I need to get out. So the only focus for me next week and moving forward is just my risk management, right? I shouldn't be throwing down 8% on trades, maximum 3%, depending on the setup. But that's what happens, right? Like I went on a win streak and then I got greedy and I got excited and I blew all my profits. So I can't do anything about it. Like I'm not gonna sit around and complain and be a fucking baby. No, like I've already been in this game for too long to just complain about it. It's over and done with. Moving forward, I'm not risking more than 3%, and that's it. So it's Friday. I'm done for the day. I'm gonna go get a haircut, spend time with my girl, see my boys, and then yeah, that's it. And I'll be back on Monday. And and yeah. Just needed to finish that recording. Now let me actually clean up this puke because I just put a thing over it, paper towel. Disgusting. Huh? Four. On your Cool. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Now we're pulling back. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Not being suspicious. Not being suspicious. I'm gonna turn this more like that. Ish. Not being suspicious. Being suspicious.
It's just that, like, the account in.
Plus, have you seen her?
Yeah, she.
I mean, her head is fucking 4. Fucking thing. Not like Margie.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Alright, bro, it's time to mute the mic. Like frickers.
Resurgence. Survive and your team can redeploy. Eliminate targets to bring them back home.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Eyes on hostile scrambler.
What are you doing?
work. Enemy destroyed. Kill confirmed. We've located the... Marked remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down.
Holy crap. The unemployeds are ready to deploy. Deploy. Or like play.
Enemy dropping into the AR. Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your tac map. Get hunting. Enemy UAV is online. Target down. Marking the rest of them. Squad mates MIA. We're reducing redeployment time. Loadout drop headed your way. You have reinforcements inbound. Squads active in the field. Marking the rest of that squad.
Bruh.
Get hunting.
Who am I dying to?
All squad mates are in the safe zone. You're losing ground. Move it.
Like for real.
Tacker, get me a UAV.
Back at it.
Full caliber rounds here.
Taking fire.
Enemies
Ooh.
Don't worry, I got him. Look for red.
You make top 25. Well done. Ready loadout drop. Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done. Enemy destroyed.
Bro, no
Use
way
your
you just
tac
got
map
that.
to hunt down the rest of them.
This game is fake. Got him.
Your squad mate's back on station. Good work. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy soldier incoming.
Bro, like I'm behind the wall. What kind of shit is that? These lobbies are sweaty.
Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done. Resurging. Go get your revenge.
It's a me, Mario.
this by now.
Be quiet.
Your squad's in the safe zone.
Be quiet.
You've got gas moving in.
You don't know, you way behind.
Be quiet.
Hey, cabron! Check your aim!
Enemy counter UAV.
Alright,
inbound.
bro. I need an AR, for real.
I think everything with the Santa fucking operator.
Fire sale is active. Buy station prices are adjusted.
Bloody fire!
I'm dying. I don't know how I'm dying there, bro.
Hard bastard, you'll make it.
I think I'm behind the wall.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Marked remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down. Insurgents is about to end. Make it count.
Don't be suspicious.
UAV in the
Don't
area.
be suspicious.
Check your bloody fire!
I'm gonna stick him.
Your squad made it to the safe zone. Gas is inbound.
Alright, come to me, boys. No. You guys there, Dave.
Oh shoot! I couldn't move because of the gas.
Down. Marking the rest of them. Fire sale's done.
No.
Normal.
Bro, what are you guys using?
Bro, how is he just? How is he knew exactly where I was?
Because you guys are making noise. You guys are making noise. That's why. Be quiet. I don't even know if these kids can hear me. Hey, hey, hey.
Insurgents is no longer active. This is
Had a good loadout and everything, bro.
Bro, none of these kids run tempered.
Fact.
Under fire!
Bro, where are you?
Head for my waypoint.
squad's in the safe zone. Gas is closing in.
He hit me.
I got a guy back.
There's some guns over here. I don't really necessarily.
5 squads still operational in the AO. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Bro, he on top of the tower, bro.
Enemy UAV overhead. All squad mates are in
Ain't no
the
way he
safe
just
zone.
running past you like that.
Gas is
You
moving.
got him. Bro, who was just shooting at me? Oh! I picked up the wrong gun. These kids are literally weird.
Solid work evading the enemy. You're clear for now. Head to the safe zone. You've got a lot of ground to cover. Only 4 remain. Finish the job.
Yo, Bear, I'ma
Stay alert.
leave and I'll add you.
Time's almost up. Finish the mission.
Ay, ay, ay.
Enemy mine front. Hostile spring mine. Spotted enemy spring mine.
There's a gas mask on the floor, or no, there isn't?
Hostile spring mine. Heal it up. Enemy mine front.
Why would you do that? Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Guy just fucked up his entire thing.
Check your gear and weapons. We'll be deploying shortly. All stations green light. We're deploying. Resurgence. Stay alive to keep the squad in the fight.
Never mind.
Bro, really?
Your squad is down. Stay alive to bring them
No
back.
one left but me.
You have reinforcements inbound. Enemy UAV is online. Enemy soldier incoming. Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done.
Bro, how many fucking... Not a single AR in sight.
We've got 10 squads active in the field.
Bro, you guys suck!
We'll get a W next time.
My teammates suck! I hope they can hear me. Because my god, you guys are awful. I gotta go and get ready. GG's, G trades, G everything. GG weekend. It's amazing.